In constructing a kind of digital roadmap for our customers, we profile the types of workload that they run. That doesn't sound exciting, but the reality is what application is serving what use case. And part of what we do is help those customers that are running very expensive heritage or legacy applications as they're classed. For example, SAP. It requires an awful lot of physical infrastructure, servers, compute, network environments, how that's secured. And when you move very heavy, high process applications to the cloud, the performance requirements dictate how you modernize that workload. And one of the things we're absolutely specialists and experts in is around workload and application modernization. So how I do it today may not fit if I just move that to the cloud. How do I adapt that application? How do I adapt that workload to make it much more efficient, serve more customers, serve more users in the cloud, and also make sure the data is secure, right? The risk associated around it is high, and that's where we see kind of more customers have initially moved less critical systems, less critical data sets to the cloud. What we're now talking about is moving your fundamental large applications that support mission critical systems. So whether that be credit card transactions for a retailer, financial transactions for a financial services customer or a bank, moving those type of workloads into a cloud environment is a much more complicated challenge than your CRM system or some administrative support. For example, in terms of application modernization and workload transformation, we serve a lot of traditional IT stacks on IBM platforms, and those platforms have been robust for decades. They are highly optimal and they're very secure and very performant. They don't suit cloud migration as well as some modern applications, and therefore in those instances we work very closely with key vendors like IBM on migrating complicated applications like SAP and financial services applications into a cloud environment that retains all the characteristics of a secure traditional kind of infrastructure set. There's a number of ways a customer approaches these changes. I think the key thing is a customer working with us to decide whether the application they run can be run effectively in a future state. And in some cases, it's better for that business to redesign the application for a modern cloud environment, kind of what we call cloud native. So an application that's specifically written to perform in the cloud and to deliver a service in a different way from a traditional IT model. And then there's applications that are designed to run on infrastructure in a more legacy manner, tied to servers or tied to a virtual platform. And those applications can be harder to kind of move and modernize into the cloud. And it's then about making sure for CSI, making sure we support those workloads, redesign the infrastructure that supports those workloads in a manner that helps a customer over a much more long-term migration, but reduces the cost and reduces risk in the way they run those workloads today.